Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Adnan Rady in Clutch, and we just keep getting more news of James Harden. Like this, at this point, this is becoming comical. The NBA just recently announced that they are fining James Harden $100,000 for his recent comments on Daryl Morey, calling him a liar and that he will never play for any organization that he's a part of again. And all of us fans, I mean, admittedly, we're all tired of James Harden like requesting trades and then switching to other teams and doing what he wants. Now even the league is getting frustrated with him, as what I read, $100,000 is the maximum fine they can do on a player for comments like these. And it's crazy to me because the NBA is basically saying, all right, you want to say these comments? Okay, we'll fine you, and if you actually back up what you say, we have a clause in one of our laws saying that if you hold out for about a month, we can actually have the team, the Sixers, hold you out from not ever becoming a free agent unless you get their permission. So basically, James Harden right now, he's kind of screwed. And I did read a report that he still is expected to report to training camp, but given his history and given what the Sixers had to deal with between Ben Simmons and now potentially James Harden, there's going to be a crazy, sad, and drama-filled roller coaster events these next few months. And I understand James Harden, he's very mad and frustrated with Daryl Morey, and admittingly, has Daryl Morey done the most ethical thing in backing out of his word and not trading James Harden, even though that's what they agreed to? No. Or even beforehand, like when they had a handshake agreement to take less money so that right now he can get paid, and then now he decides to leave out of it. Is that the most ethical or the most humane decision? No. But at the end of the day, we have to realize it's a business, and Daryl Morey, he did say on the record that he is willing to trade James Harden for either a very good player or a player that has the potential to become one. And with that being said, James Harden said he wants to go to the Clippers. So, okay, so Daryl Morey was kind enough to look at trade offers with specifically the Clippers. So there is that point, but nothing materialized because they don't want to trade, I believe it was Terrence Mann. So, and that was like, that's, if the reports are true, that's what's like holding out, that's like breaks the deal between Harden going to the LA and then Daryl Morey like keeping him. So it's kind of like a little bit, maybe it could be possibly a misinterpretation on Harden's part. He thought he would get traded guaranteed no matter what, just even for pennies on the dollar, just trade me, just get me out of here. But Daryl Morey, he had a stipulation, and the stipulation is not met. So as a businessman, he obviously is in the right because he did give him a clear clause, okay, we'll trade you under these sets of conditions. They haven't been met, so he's still a Sixer at the time of speaking. So this is going to be very interesting. We don't know what James Harden is capable of doing, like in terms of like what he'll do to one up his situation, whether it's wearing a fat suit in Houston, whether it's not playing anymore on Brooklyn, not trying as hard, just giving up plays in the middle of the game, or we don't know what he'll probably do the same tactics, or maybe he'll find something crazy. Like just I don't know what he'll do. Like personally, I mean, I can think of ideas, but maybe come training camp he'll somehow surprise me. So I'm not going to make any speculation of what he might do because the antics he's done, I mean, I don't think anybody has really ever seen like this before. So yeah, I mean, admittingly, as a fan and content creator, like this is very interesting, and it gives us something to talk about during the most dead part of the year for basketball content creators. But I do feel a lot for Philly fans and what they had to deal with for the past nearly 10 years with the whole process situation that basically failed, let's just call it like it is. And them drafting players, first they went all in on Ben Simmons, which sounded at the time like the right decision because he has the skills and the talent that people compared him a lot to LeBron, but he didn't have the drive, and his mentality of wanting to get better or him handling the pressure was too much for him, and so now things fell apart. So now they're trying to make it up by building around Joel Embiid and getting him a bunch of stars. but they didn't pan out, or they were trying to make the best decision possible. What they thought at the time, whether it's not re-signing Jimmy Butler or trading for James Harden, it's a complete mess. And so, but yet they're always like in the middle of the playoff hunt. Like they always make it to the first or second round, like, and they have the talent to compete for championships, but they just can't get over that hump. And then they just have so many unbelievable adversities in their way that like prevents them from reaching greatness. So I really do feel a lot for Philly fans, and because I'll admit I went to a couple Sixers games a few years ago, and I'll admit, even though I'm a Heat fan, Sixers, Philly fans in general, just they're the most passionate, most rowdy, strongest fan base I've ever seen in my life. Like the energy there is unbelievable. They are truly passionate about their teams, and so I really do feel sorry for them. But Sixers fans, please let me know what you guys think about this situation with James Harden, him being fined $100,000 and still expected to be reported to training camp. Do you guys like this decision, or will you guys just trade him right now, just get this headache out of your way, even if you're gonna, trade for pennies on the dollar? Or how would you handle this if you're how would you handle this if you're Daryl Morey in this situation? Please let me know down below in the comment section. Please like and subscribe to this channel. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. We are on the road to 100 subscribers, and I thank you all so much for your continued support. God bless you all, and talk soon.